Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the readings for the air signs, and this will be for the lovely sign of Libra. Alright, Libra, firstly thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love you to be on board. You only have to press the subscription button underneath, but make sure that you press the bell because that will give you reminders when I'm posting new content or when I'm going live. I do go live every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and I do offer readings for a donation, a small donation. If you're interested in joining me, I'll be back on board next Wednesday, so be looking out for me there. We do have a lot of fun on that channel, by the way, too, which is awesome. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, you know how I always talk about Googling your natal chart. I'm a big believer that it can help you really understand who you are. We are sort of led to believe in our society that we are our sun sign, so that's the sign that we sort of identify with. You know, I'm a Capricorn sun, but truly I find my Libra moon resonates with me far more than what my Capricorn sun does, and I definitely have Capricorn traits, but sometimes neither one of them will resonate, but yet my ascendant or my rising, which is Scorpio, those readings will be really pertinent to where I am. So make sure you do it. It is really enlightening, and I know a lot of people come to me now and sort of ask me about it. I reckon it's really worth doing, and it's also good to download a report when you've input your birth details. Oh, we have a lovely offer of love coming through here, quite possibly from a Pisces. Yeah, all you have to do is put your date of birth into a natal chart, and then you can pull down a report which will show where all the planets were when you were born. And honestly, it will knock your pants off reading those things because it really is so close to who you are. It's a blast. If the reading does resonate with you though, I do ask that you give it a thumbs up, and I do want to say thank you to you in advance. It helps me to grow the channel, helps me to understand who's watching my videos, and that I'm getting to as many people as I possibly can. Alright, let us have a look what's happening for you with the Romantic Tarot today. Okay. Well, there's nothing like starting a reading with the Fool card, like it's the beginning of a cycle, even in the tarot. So the Fool card is the card that talks about taking a leap of faith. It's starting a new journey. It's not having any preconceptions. It's not worrying about what's gone before or what is to come. It's just about doing it. It's about going out there into the world with very little with you. So you've got no learning on this new cycle. You've got your kit bag, it has very little in it, and you are out learning a very new lesson here. So we have the Five of Swords here, and the Five of Swords tells me that you may have moved away from something here. And maybe you sort of got into this energy or this attitude of wanting to win at all costs, like moving away from something and thinking, that's it, I'm not going to do it this way anymore. I'm going to leave that way of doing or being behind, and I'm going to do something really new here, and I'm going to go after what I want. Beautiful energy. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming through. So you could have walked away from an old situation, an old relationship, an old person here, because I feel like here you're going after something new. The Knight of Cups tells me that either there's a new love offer on the table, or you were after some sort of creative endeavor where you've left something behind that wasn't really growing the way you wanted it to. But you've been happy to cut something out, so it doesn't look like you've gone forward with a lot of grief. It's like you've decided to like seize the moment with that Fool card. Okay, and we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Beautiful energy. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of feeling very self-assured, very confident, very comfortable in your own skin. Something you have moved away from, but it may not necessarily be a person. It may not necessarily be, you know, a relationship. It could be that you have chosen to move away from it, a way of being or a belief that you've had in the past. You could have completed some sort of karmic cycle to move forward here. Three of Swords coming through with the Chariot. Okay, so for some of you, you may have moved away from a relationship, possibly with a Cancer here. This is something that was a third party situation by the looks of things, but it looks like somebody broke your heart here. So it's like you're just packing up your things and moving forward. I feel like you have no regrets here, though. It's like you've learned to just sort of leave things behind and sort of take what you need on your journey and go. There is no regret, no upset, resentfulness. There is nothing here. It's like you've just been prepared for something and you're moving forward. Beautiful energy. Okay. So I have the Nine of Wands here. Okay. You may be leaving a pattern of behavior behind. You may be leaving a pattern, some sort of cycle here. Now the Nine of Wands talks of the wounded warrior. It is a card that talks about repeating something over and over again and always finding you're hurt from it, but understanding that it is part of a process that you're learning through. This to me says that something you have been doing over and over and over again is about to sort of take a rest, be left behind. You're finishing out that cycle. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. You're letting something go and having a brand new start here, and there's the completion. Beautiful energy, Libra. You are creating a new life for yourself because you're letting go of some sort of pattern that's kept you bound within your karma. There is something completing with the World card. Now this can mean you have walked through something many, many times before, but now you've recognized what you've been doing. You're ready to leave it behind. There is a brand new start for you here with the Ace of Wands. There is definitely a letting go of some pattern of behavior that has not served you in the past. Maybe you've never recognized this pattern before. Maybe you're starting to understand what you've been doing here because you are definitely letting go of it here. And whatever it was, you know that you won't do it again. So we have the Eight of Swords. Interesting. With the Justice card. Ooh, and the Lovers. Okay. So I feel like you're leaving behind some sort of pattern here that you have been doing for some time. Now the Eight of Swords for me can represent like a victim mentality. But often we think of victim mentality as being a certain way. But it may be for you the energy of creating something that makes you feel comfortable because it's where you are in your life. For example, if you don't think you deserve something and maybe you're setting your sights at a certain level, you may be creating this pattern by always going after the same sort of person. We know we do this in relationships. It's very difficult to break, but this time I feel like you're breaking that pattern. And here's the card that tells me you're freeing yourself from some sort of karma here. This is about the scales being balanced out and you finding the love that you've always wanted. And we know that because the universe here has sent you somebody that's helped you break the pattern. This is beautiful energy. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries energy with the Eight of Pentacles. You could be meeting somebody through your work or through your workplace here. And we do have the Six of Cups. Okay, that warrants more cards. Okay, let's see where we're up to. You're taking a brand new leap of faith. Now I feel like you're taking a leap of faith after walking away from a way of being. I feel like you've got a new offer on the table here, and I feel like somehow or another you are feeling up to starting something new. The Three of Swords and the Chariot cards tells me there's been some sort of hurt or pain in your past that you've moved away from. You've left something behind here, something that was no longer serving you, some sort of pattern. So maybe the pattern you've moved away from, for example, was codependency. But whatever's happening here, you're meeting someone here who is no longer part of that pattern. Possibly a Leo, Sag, or Aries here. But you've got somebody that's being sent to you from the universe. Now, the really interesting energy here is I have the Six of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, I feel like you might have met this person through your work in the past. And I'm not really sure whether this is the person you're moving away from or the person you're moving towards. So I just want to have a look at that energy. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords on the bottom. She's very discerning. Two of Swords with the Hanged Man, Ten of Cups, and the Strength card. I feel like you're making a choice to move away from someone. I feel like you've moved away from someone here, but I feel like this King of Wands is a new energy, possibly Leo energy coming through for you here. So you may have walked away from a water sign to walk towards a fire sign here. Somehow or another you've changed the way you think, and it's bringing in the Ten of Cups for you here. But I feel like this is some sort of decision to leave the past behind. So I feel like you perhaps, in understanding this pattern you created, you've chosen to leave something behind because you've continued a pattern here. But I feel like the new person coming through is not part of your pattern. This person is going to show you something very new here. But I feel like with this Six of Cups, yeah, there's definitely somebody here. Wow. Somebody here who's going to impact your life greatly. This is the husband card for me. This is the long-term commitment. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming through with the Judgment card of rebirth. I don't feel this is somebody coming back from your past. I feel like you're rebuilding yourself here. It's like you are starting to understand what you did in the past is not serving you, and you are moving towards a brand new energy. This person here is going to offer you the life you've wanted, and you can leave behind here this pattern of perhaps choosing people who weren't right for you. I feel like this person is brand new. But it's looking like to me that this is about you rebirthing something. Because the Six of Cups does talk about the past, and I see the Wheel of Fortune. And for me, this is like taking you back on an energy, a learned energy that you've been living with, and taking you back to the beginning so you can start all over again. It's like you're rebirthing yourself from your own past here. So I feel like that's the energy coming through. I feel like this is a brand new person for you here. And I feel like you're leaving something, somebody, but not just somebody, a pattern from your past is being left behind. That one wants to come out. The Witness, okay. I think it's time for some new cards. I might have to have a bit of a shuffle on the weekend. All right. Card 64. The Witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other person. Then through our presence, they receive their own answers. The Witness has been by your side all along, is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true nature show itself. I feel like here this is what you're doing with this letting go of the past energy here. I feel like you're finally seeing something for the first time. You're a witness to your own pattern, or a witness to your own way of doing things, and I feel like you're leaving something from your past behind here to adapt to something new coming through. I feel really strongly that whatever this is, it's like you're rebirthing yourself. So you're taking yourself back to the beginning, and you are, okay, this is beautiful. Look at this. I thought I'd draw you a card from this oracle as well, being that one was so short, and look what I came up with. That's the Sun and the Star energy. So the Sun card we know shines light on things, and it says open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. But the Star card here says hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm and positivity. So I feel like somehow or another you've shone light on some sort of previous energy. It's like the card said, you've been witness to your own energy here. It's like you've seen something and you're moving away from something, and you're making your way now towards the Star energy, which says to me that you've aligned yourself with your destiny here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. We're seeing here like a change. I've got a lot of major arcanas here, really. You're definitely seeing a change and rebirthing. You're closing out some sort of cycle here. and there's a rebirth as a matter of that, but you're doing this for yourself. It's because you've seen something for the first time and you're understanding what you've been doing, and you're learning here with the sun and star how to change that and move forward. Beautiful reading, Libra. Thank you.